Good morning, everyone. This is Tracy Newman from the Navigators Tarot, where you can find me on Instagram and Facebook, usually Instagram. And also you can find me at Sleepy Wisdom on YouTube. And if you would like a personal reading from me, you can find me at my website, which is sleepywisdom.com. Okay, so we'll have a look and see what's going on in the general energies this week. It's been a little bit turbulent over the last week, emotionally wise, for a lot of people. Lots of clearing that's been happening. So the energies that are coming through, there's sort of like a lot of devotion. A lot of people are finding that devotional type of work very, very beneficial. When I mean devotional work, I mean going within and finding that devotion from within and that connection to source and that devotion to all that is God. Presence and the now presence and all that is. So there's a lot of, that devotional type. So meditation and prayer, I'm hearing, is really kind of very beneficial at this time for a lot of people, especially those who are going through a dark night of the soul, and especially those who are going through some sort of awakening process that a lot of people are beginning to go through at this point in time on the earth plane, as the earth starts to transition from one dying matrix to the birthing of something new. Wow, we're actually coming into it's sort of like we're coming out of a very dark tunnel and into something much newer and much more bright and light and much more loving and nurturing and those sorts of energies that are coming through at this point in time. Lovely energies, really lovely energies. And it's kind of like it's being pushed forward by these fire, the element of fire, the fire type energies that are coming through at the moment. There is movement forward as far as the financial system is going. It is going to look quite dark for some time for a lot of people. There's a lot of, as we transition into this completely different paradigm, we're going to be going through a death process, and a lot of us are really beginning to feel that on an inner level right now. But as within, so without. And everything that, as we begin to change within, we'll also see the changes in our outer world. And of course, that is going to happen with our financial structure and how that has kept us, bound and trapped to that 3D matrix world. It's going to look, the transition period for the financial system is going to look quite nasty for a little while. It's going to look a lot more controlling, and also it's going to look like that the whole world is falling and collapsing. It definitely is, and it needs to happen. But if you watch mainstream media, they will just sort of gloss over things and make it all so that, nobody needs to worry, everything is okay, while everybody's being pulled down under. This is necessary. I know it seems like it's going to be quite horrendous. However, it will be necessary for some to completely lose everything, I guess, to wake them up that the 3D world is not where we need to focus our energies at this time. And it's going to become more and more apparent. as the year moves on. But at the moment, yes, we are still burning off a lot of the old energies and moving into these beautiful new energies that are grounding us into unconditional love and light, which is information. And the information that is coming from within, from within our own cells, and also to the God presence which lies within each and every cell within our physical structure, and also in our structure. That is where the God presence lies, within. And that's where you can find it. So devotion to the augmentation of self through our cellular structure is also about going within and finding that and meditating upon that, and also to creating a devotional type of energy towards that God presence within. So yeah, that's the energies for this week. Really, really beautiful energies of unconditional love, nurturing, and presence, real presence, which is about just going within and finding that stillness and that presence within, the God presence within. And as within, so without. So as we really begin to get very still in that present state, the world can literally crumble around us. And sometimes, you know, for those of us who are going through the dark night of the soul, things really appear like things are literally crumbling from within. It is necessary. And because, you know, the only way that we can actually move into these new earth energies is to let go of the old. And so any kind of system breakdown, whether it comes from within or without, is going to be uncomfortable, you know, to say the least. It isn't going to be pretty, but that's how change happens. And we are like very, very tightly budded lotuses sitting in mud, just awaiting our opening, you know, yeah, into sunlight. You know, so, you know, lotuses cannot grow unless they are in the mud. And it is the same for all of us. Sometimes you've got to get down and dirty in the mud. Feel the pain and feel the, you know, the transformation of self. It can be very painful, quite literally, on all sorts of levels. Yes, same cards. This is going to require a lot of us to sort of like find all of our information now within our own cells. The outside world cannot be trusted at this point in time. We can't really anchor into anything because the whole world is going to crumble and fall. So if you are one that is actually holding onto that cliff face, let go. Let God, and just allow. And as you begin to allow, then miracles can occur, and they do, quite literally. So yeah, they're the energies for this week. So let go, allow, remove any toxins from within, allow that transition process to happen, or the transmutation process to happen from within. And that may require us to go through pain, suffering, and, you know, letting go of the old, and can sometimes come in the form of diarrhea as well. And so that's happening at the moment for a lot of people, but also to find that stillness and presence, that God presence within. And from there, you'll be able to find the transition a little easier, because you have become one with all that is. And when that occurs, then, you know, literally nothing from the outside world can touch you. Everything now, this is about discernment as well. So when you do go within and you do actually access that God presence and that stillness, that is also where you'll find your information. Because at this point in time, all the information that's coming from outside of us really, literally, you cannot hold on to, because it will change within a minute. It can't be held on to anymore, because it's part of the old world structure that is literally falling. So if you want the truth, go within. You'll find your own truth there. If you hear something, you know, if you are still listening to mainstream media, then I'm really sorry, more for you. You need to remove yourself from that, because there is no truth to be seen there at all anymore, at all. The only truth the real truth that you will find is always, you'll find it from within, in your own cells. That is where the truth lies. That is where love lies. That is where everything, all that is, the connection to your God says source and presence lies within. Yeah, and as within, so without. So as you begin to change from within, you'll begin to see the changes on an outer scale. So I hope that makes sense, and yeah, we'll see what happens next week. Okay, bye for now. And if you haven't already, just hit like and subscribe, and I shall see you anon. Bye for now.